So I want you guys to observe what we have here. These are the picks that I'm going to put on my parlay. Is it going to win? Most likely not. You don't win parlays. Do I expect to get? I mean, how many picks we got here? 8. Do I expect to get at least 5 right? Absolutely, absolutely. Once again, what I'm about to show you guys, I'm not saying that this ticket is going to hit. I'm showing y'all how balanced my mind is. I'm a very balanced person. Some people want to take a sneak peek into my mind. Well, I am a Libra, and this is a sneak peek into my mind. I like to remain balanced about everything. I don't like to be too spiritual. I don't like to be too macho. I don't like to be too nice. I don't like to be too anything. That's why people have a hard time trying to figure you out when everybody's trying to put you in a box. I can't be put in no box. If you want to put me in a box, put me in a box of being balanced. I'm a very balanced individual. If anybody tries to get me off of that balance, it's not gonna end up too well. So let's look at what we got here, guys. I think I'm gonna title this 4444 2222 1111. Did I do this on purpose? No. That's the reason I decided to do this video. I did not want to make this video, but I said I'm gonna show them because people gonna say, oh, that if you lose, oh, that ain't mean nothing. You didn't. Well, that's not what this is about. This is not about that. This is gonna hit. This is about how balanced of an individual I am. If you put $100 on every one of these games, gotta be at least 5 right. That's all I can tell you. If it's not, I'd be shocked. That's all I can tell you. But this is just about how balanced I am. I did not do this on purpose. I want to make that clear. And as we go over these games, you will see that I didn't do it on purpose because these are the games that need to be on my parlay. I can't mess with anything else. This is the best I could come up with, and it's balanced. So what do I mean by 4444 with this parlay here? Well, we have 4 college games: Irish, Georgia, Georgia Tech, and Old Dominion, and we have 4 NFL games: Raiders, Tampa, Vikings, and Eagles. We have 4 favorites: Vikings, Eagles, Irish, and Georgia. And we have 4 dogs: Georgia Tech, Old Dominion, Tampa, and Raiders. That's 4444. What's the 2222? We have 2 home favorites in the NFL. We have 2 home dogs, one being in the college, the other one being in the NFL. No, we have one favorite home, one favorite road in college, that being Georgia and Irish. We have one favorite and one home, that being Vikings and Eagles. But I think that's the 1111. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get through this, guys, best I can. 2222. We got 2. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what the 2222 is. Well, we got 2 dogs in college. We got 2 dogs in the NFL. We got 2 favorites in college and 2 favorites in the NFL. That's the 2222. Excuse me, guys. It takes me a while. That's the 2222. What's the 1111? Well, actually, I think it's still 2222 because let me see. No, this is actually 11. This is actually 11 11 11 11. We got 1 home favorite in college. We got one road favorite in college. We got one road dog in college. We got one favorite road in college. That's 11-11. In NFL, we got one road dog. We got one home dog. We got one road favorite, and we got one home favorite in the NFL. That's the 11-11, 11-11. You see how this works, guys? You see how this works? And I think I'm going to close it out right here because that's what this is. I'm going to call this 4444 2222 11-11 11-11. This is how my mind works, guys. Now, to go over each game, I already told y'all about Old Dominion. I told y'all what I seen. You can go and, this is not, I didn't do this on purpose. This is what I got. This is what I came up with. Virginia Tech got issues. Moving on. Georgia Tech at home. Georgia Tech got beat by Clemson, I believe, 9 times in a row. Every time I see that 9, it means the ending of something. A lot of times in sports, when I see a 9, like say somebody won 9 straight or lost 9 straight, usually the outcome changes with that 10th pick, with the 1 being a new beginning. I've seen this many, many times in sports. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose. Now, have I seen teams win 9 in a row and then all of a sudden win 10 in a row? Yes. But I have seen more times when that 9 came up that something ended in sports than I've seen anything else. And I've kept really quiet about it. It's just something that I know. That being said, Georgia Tech, Clemson, I believe Clemson is they ranked. They like number 12 or something. A lot of people saying Georgia Tech is going to win. Is that going to be a public bet? I don't know. I still think more people will be putting money on Clemson, regardless of what is said about Georgia Tech. See, sometimes you can go on YouTube and a lot of people can say something and it can actually be true. It could actually be true. The fact that I think Clemson won 9 times in a row over Georgia Tech tells me that regardless of what people are saying on YouTube, the majority of the bettors are going to bet Clemson, or they're just going to stay away from the game. They're not going to pay no mind if they that scared. Nevertheless, I'm still taking the points in Georgia Tech at home. I see no reason to take Clemson because Clemson they just don't got it. Y'all can do your own research on that. They just don't have the team. All they have is a ranking number. It means nothing. They really have no identity. Georgia money line. There's no doubt in my mind Georgia is gonna stampede over Tennessee. We don't even talk about that. Let's move on. Irish at home, number 8 in the country, coming off a loss versus number 16. Who are they playing? Texas A&M. Texas A&M, they have a horrible road dog record. And if Irish really needs this game, okay? So the Irish lose this game, it'd be shocking to me. Moving on. Eagles, Chiefs. We already talked about Chiefs are not Chiefs anymore. They went back to being Indians. They playing the Super Bowl champions. Give me the Super Bowl champions. Chiefs on a decline, Eagles on the incline. Okay, we don't need to discuss that. Moving on. Vikings at home. Who are the Vikings playing? I can't even remember. Who are the Vikings playing, y'all? The Falcons. Well, I think the coaching staff is too good for Michael Penix and company, guys. I think Atlanta has a good team, but I don't think they're going to have enough to beat the Vikings at home. It'd be shocking to me if the Vikings lose to the Falcons. Vikings are very hard to beat at home. with the coaching staff, with the defense they have. They're gonna be blitzing Michael Penix a lot. He's gonna be put under a test, big test. I just don't think he can survive it. And Tampa, we already know Tampa. What Gruden said about Tampa being a Super Bowl team. Vegas giving Texans the favorite at home is a joke to me. There's no reason the Texans should be a favorite over anybody at this point. When the last time the Texans even won a game? Anyway, does anybody even know? I don't. And finally, the Raiders at home. I told you I don't mess around with Pete Carroll in prime time. 70% of NFL Monday night games, the home team wins. The Chargers are a choke. Every time you expect them to beat a team, they don't. Just because they beat the Chiefs don't mean nothing. This is a huge letdown spot for the Chargers. So I'm going over this, guys, to tell y'all I didn't do this on purpose. This is actually what I came up with. This is actually what I have. There's nothing on here where I'm reaching. I don't have no Bears +6 on here. I don't have no Florida college football plus. We're not reaching like that on this ticket. This right here, yeah, we're finna call this 44, 44, 22, 22, 11, 11, 11, 11 ticket. Is it gonna win? I don't know. I'm not gonna beat myself up if it don't. Do I expect at least 5 of them to be right? Absolutely. Well, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.